All right, in today's video, we're gonna show you some of the best drills that you can do at home. It's wintertime, right? Nobody wants to be outside. The best drills you can do at home. You need more insulation.
I do.
At home to get your golf swing tuned up, ready for the spring. All right, Sean, everybody's got a mirror, hopefully, right?
Great training aid.
Great training aid is a mirror if, a big qualifier, if you know how to use it. Because we see a lot of swing faults stem from mirror work.
Yeah, gotta be careful with it.
Yep, so we want to give you two great little mirror drills that you can do all day, every day this off season to get you tuned up for next year. Let's first start from a face-on view.
Okay, so I'm gonna get my setup position. Let's say the mirror's in front of me here. What would you like to see on the mirror to start with?
So set up, and you might have someone help you put a little, you can get some tape and just put a little X on the mirror.
Okay.
Kind of right where the shoulder socket is what we're looking at. We're gonna train a couple things doing that. So one of the pitfalls we see when using a mirror to train is, so let's go to top of your backswing. All right, we got guys train, they look, it looks pretty, all that. The problem is what you're training is to start the downswing off of your back foot.
Yeah, they
Which
pose, what do you call it, Captain Morgan?
Captain Morgan, right? You can pick this foot up and do the Captain Morgan all day. So
Yeah.
all you're doing there, that really doesn't exist out in the wild with really good players.
No, it doesn't.
Right? So what we want to do is do a backswing drill, but we're going to do it dynamically with use of that little X on the mirror. So we got the mirror,
So
they got
here's
the
my
X right
X.
here. All right, you're going to go halfway back. Now, he's well into his right foot. He's got pressure on his right leg.
Like a maxed out pressure
That
right
X
here.
is now right here. Now, he's going to continue his backswing as he recenters and keeps his shoulder under that X. All right, so you can do that until your legs fall off. You're going to go halfway back. You're under the X. You're going to finish the backswing as you recenter. Boom. So now what you're training using the mirror is you're training compound movements, which is the golf swing. That happens in the wild.
Dynamic movements.
That's right. And you're training a shift, a recentering, all of those things that you absolutely want in your golf swing. We don't want to train static positions at the top because you'll start doing static positions out there on the golf course. Now, we're going to layer on that with this second drill. So let's go down the line now.
Okay, let's say the mirror's in the same spot.
Right.
We're just turning down the line.
So now we're going to take, your wife is going to love this one. You're going to take a long piece of tape,
Yeah, about 3 feet-ish.
about 3 feet, and you're going to mimic a swing plane, which is basically heel of the club up through around where the bottom of the elbow is, somewhere around there to get it pretty close.
Just barely above the shaft plane, basically.
okay,
The dress shaft plane.
well, I got a little more happy with my tape. So,
Got it.
all right, so what you're going to do is take it that halfway back spot, just like we just did. All right,
So
we're going to check it, make sure it's on
Should be
plane.
on the tape.
We're doing the same as the first drill. We're still underneath this X on the shoulder. We're still on the right foot. Now you're going to take it up. Now we're going to do one motion back down to there. Check it's on plane. Shoulder's still going to be a little lower, and he's shifted forward.
You could kind of go to impact.
And you can, yeah, you can finish it to impact, but we really want to focus on this halfway back to halfway down in that down the line mirror view with the tape, while making the compound movement, the dynamic movement of this shift forward, right?
And I think once you kind of get it in slow motion where you're watching yourself do it, I think a better way to start developing it is take it back without looking and then check to see if you did it.
That's exactly
and then
right.
adjust.
That's exactly right. And I like having players do it with their eyes closed because they'll start to feel where they are inside their feet when they're doing this. So again, start slow, start eyes wide open. Am I blocking the sun?
No, you're good now.
Okay, eyes wide open, get that motion really good.
Yeah.
Then to make it more difficult, we'll start closing the eyes, check it, downswing, check it, and then finish the swing at impact. So we want to make sure all these key benchmarks are being ticked as we go through, and the less we have to look, the better it's going to be, the more ingrained it's going to be. And then when springtime comes around, you've trained a dynamic movement rather than a couple key, pretty static movements.
It seems so simple, but I've seen it work with so many players that develop their swing plane and their pivot at the same time. It's amazing what can happen when you remove a ball. Or you know, and you think, well, I need to be hitting balls outside. Well, you take someone like Annika Sorenstam, who was in a climate that where they had, you know, snow for half the year.
Pretty good.
And you know, they got a lot of work done without even seeing the golf ball fly.
Right.
So, you know, work on these things at home in the mirror so you can pay attention to what you're doing. If you spend 10 minutes a day on it, that's probably better than you hitting balls for 2 hours the wrong way.
Right.
So
That's exactly right.
go ahead and work on it that way.
So what you're doing is you're training neutral movements, dynamic movements that have been in the golf swing for generations, have won majors, have won a lot of money. You're training those movements without the burden of, or disappointment of, oh, I had that sliced, I'm gonna bail on that. Right? You're training the movements. The golf ball is gonna go pretty straight once you get back out into the wild and start implementing these things. All right, now we're gonna bring in, I feel like I've been demoted from fitness expert.
You
to
have,
golf.
you
Okay.
have.
We're gonna bring in a real fitness expert and give you 2 body drills to keep the body tuned up this off season. All right, Keen, now that we got the dead weight off the screen, let's talk about, let's us fitness professionals.
Right, yes, our natures.
Let's
yes.
let us fitness professionals talk about how to better work the body in the off season.
Right.
So what can we give guys to get the lower body working better for next season?
Yeah, no, I think that that's crucial. You know, you're not getting the chance to possibly get outside and hit balls and
Right.
be under load and all those things. And I think one of the things we see the most across the boards is the lack of stability we come out of the off season with. We're almost tightened up because we're now weak. We just haven't gotten the reps in. Mainly in our back and our T-spine, where we're really trying to coil and uncoil.
Right.
Right. And then a common thing is my hips. You know, rotation is just so limited.
Right.
Coming out of the winter time. So I have a couple of drills. I think they're easier and harder ways to do this first one.
Okay.
And I'll try and demonstrate both and start with the easier one and then work us into a progression.
Okay.
So are you feeling sturdy? Are you feeling sturdy and strong?
I'm good. I'm really
Okay.
good at being sturdy.
So this first one for you guys, I want you to imagine that this hunk of a man, nice sturdy wall, is a wall. Okay, so this is your living room wall, and I want you to just place your left side, we'll say your left leg beside your sturdy wall here, okay? From here, we're gonna do what's called a bowler squat. So I'm really trying to just put all of my weight on this left foot, all right? I've got about a shoe's distance from the wall, okay? I can almost pick this right foot up, right? So as I come down, bend this left knee, get some balance, rotate that T-spine, touch your wall, and come back up. You can see I'm almost lifting this other leg off the ground, balancing, okay? I'm gonna go 1 inch lower this time, really loading this left leg, rotating, and coming back up. I'm gonna go 1 inch lower each time. I'm gonna see if I can get maybe 10, 12 reps,
Okay.
all the way down to the bottom of my floor. So I'm gonna go another inch lower, really using the left leg as much as I can and not relying on this right leg for balance. If you're a rock star stud, which I attempt to be as often as possible, I will try and just keep my right leg off the ground, go as low as I can with balancing control.
Okay.
Okay, let me see if I can give you a good example. One, no pressure for key. Load, 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 balance, 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 touch, and back up, right? So maybe challenge yourselves at home. If you have any limitations that you've already identified with a local fitness pro and you know that hinging and rotating is hard for you, stick with that easy one.
Yeah.
Own it. Make
Now,
sure
to be clear,
Yeah.
which one are they supposed to be doing?
they should start
The
with
squat or the wall?
they should start with the squat to get the
Okay,
most out of their golf
okay,
game. Yeah.
okay.
But you've owned you
Okay.
owned that wall.
pretty good.
Nailed, crushed it.
All right.
Crushed it.
Now, what can we give them for upper body?
Right. There was a little bit of an upper body rotational element to that one. Definitely for clarity, do both sides. If you did 10 on the left on
Right,
that one, you'd do a
great point.
turnaround and you would do the same thing on the other side. But we're going to focus on the upper body now. Okay? So the way I like to do, again, this is a full body movement. Instead of just sitting here and like doing some upper body only exercise, let's get into a little bit of like an inline. So you see I'm gonna put my feet almost in the same direction. That tape that you used up on the mirror, right? When your wife wants you to take that down, take it down and put it in a straight line.
Okay.
Right? Maybe I'll use this golf club. Okay? So I wanna get in line with my toe and my heel. As best I can, I'm having to balance here, guys, right?
Right.
This isn't easy. I'm gonna turn my shoulders towards this knee. Already I'm feeling a little bit of a stretch. Now let's activate. Tilt away, just a little side bend. Tilt towards, come back up, and magically, watch this. Boom. I opened up and I activated all of my muscles that create rotation. I'm fighting the balance here, and then rotate again. This isn't a magic trick. I'm literally opening up that much rotation each time. Just tilt. Oh, I'm fighting that balance. I mean, that was a lot of rotation.
A lot of rotation.
Just on turning on, just activating and making sure that in the winter months, these obliques, these core muscles that balance, stabilize, side bend, right? That's it. So
what?
really
just
crucial.
Three reps going each side,
I'd
something
say
like that.
3 reps, 1 baby tilt back, tilt forward, rotate, tilt back, tilt forward. 3 asides, plenty.
Okay.
Just make sure you're turning towards that knee that's in front.
Awesome. So we've got a mirror in front of us. We're going to do 2 great body motions.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
going to really tune up the body, and then we're going to do 2 really good club golf swing motions. And if you do those things religiously, like what's a good amount of time per week?
Oh, you could do those once a day would be phenomenal.
Okay.
But if you did say, hey, every other day, you would absolutely maintain and just very smoothly transition right into the spring golf once the weather starts to warm up.
Absolutely. Do these things religiously. Do them often. Do them
Yes.
with really good form.
Yes, yeah. Oh, definitely quality versus
There's no
quantity.
point in cheating these, right?
Right. If you're finding yourself falling over, okay, maybe hang out there and really own them.
That's right.
It. Yeah.
Good quality, good form. Do them often, and you will be ready to go when the
100%.
spring comes around.
Yeah. Great.
If you like more distance instantly, we put together a video just for that. All you need to do to get that video is click on the link below in the first pinned comment. We'll ask for your name, your email, and we'll send it out to you immediately.
If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Once you do that, click on notifications so you know when we have a brand new video coming out right away.
Right, we want to make this channel's content just for you guys, just for your golf game. So leave us some comments down below if you'd like to see something that we haven't already covered or want to see it covered in a different way. We'll do our best to get that for you as soon as we can. And don't forget, if you want to hit the ball farther, click the link below in the first pinned comment.
Get you some instant distance.
Instant.